Good evening, guys. I'm WUSA, Season 4, Episode 293. It is Friday after Thanksgiving, and I am at the hotel right now, getting ready to walk over to the casino. Just left the family, and we're going to head over to this first spot and see what kind of money we can make. And then we're going to come back same way we just came in, and we're going to hop in the car and head out for the night. One caveat for tonight is it looks like there's going to be snow, and in fact it looks like allegedly there will be a blizzard as of 5 a.m. So we'll see what happens. The goal will be to be back by about 3 o'clock. Should be pretty bad by then, but hopefully we can get everything worked out and done and back by then. Yesterday was pretty good considering. I mean, we started off down like $800 first thing in the morning yesterday, and then struggled all day, and luckily we're able to get it all back. Right now we are crossing over here, and we're going to see it. This will be slots only right now. Try to get some points. Other than that, don't want to mess with any kind of table games at this place. Need to preserve it for next time I come here. So that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, I am back, and that was a very crazy session. Came out and right away was losing. I was down 400 right away, then 600, moved on to another machine, and I'm only down 500. And that machine took like, I think it was over 700 spins, and then moved on and was involved. I wasn't down, but I was involved as much as 2,000. I was down like 1480 or something like that, and I was putting in some big spins. So I decided to put 500 more in to make it an even 2,000 in the machine. I got 400 in there, and the machine just gave me an error. It just said call attendant. It didn't give a reason why or anything. And about 10 minutes later, I looked down, and I had pressed the button to get the attendant, and it had cleared itself. So I pressed it again, and I finally saw someone. I flagged them down. She came over, and she put her card in, and she didn't even have to open up the machine or anything. Didn't do anything. Just put her card in, and like 5 seconds later, it had cleared the error. I put in that last 100. I was involved for 2,000 and played through, and ended up leaving that machine down only 350. And then moved on and came back around and found another big play and played that one through. It's so crazy. And when I left, I was ahead. You ready for this? Step back, baby. 31 cents. I actually cashed out a voucher for exactly $2,000 and 31 cents. So I go put that in the kiosk, and of course it doesn't like that. It's too much money, so I have to go stand in line. And then she didn't have enough money. She had to go get like 30,000 in $100 bills, and you have to run it through the machine, make sure it's all there. And then she finally paid me out, and I ended up walking ahead 31 cents. So that's not even going to go in our log because it's under $1. It's under 50 cents. So I can't even round it to $1. I was in there for approximately an hour, unfortunately. Fortunately, we got back to even. It was scary there for a minute, but I was doing everything right. I was just having a rough time, and fortunately came back around and ended up getting my money back. On my way out, there's a gift shop. I stopped and got some Cokes. I got some cough drops, keep me awake. And what else did I get? Cough drops. Oh, I got some peanuts, something to eat while I'm driving, low carb. relatively. And we are heading out to our next casino. And like I said, I was hoping that it would be an early night and I'd be back in the hotel before the snow starts, but who knows what's going to happen at this point. Right now, it's still clear out. They are putting salt out on the roads, so they're expecting the worst. But I don't think I see any flakes right now. It might be really, really light snow, but I don't think so. So right now we're safe. Hopefully make some money pretty quickly and get back at a reasonable hour. So that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back, and yeah, a lot of stuff to talk about here. A lot of stuff to go over. Let's see here. Got to this casino and played some slots first. That took about 20 or 30 minutes. Only found a couple small plays. Those didn't go very far, and I ended the session ahead $20, like pretty much exactly $20. So that's all cool. And then I decided to go play some blackjack. And you know, I'm thinking in and out, what's the big deal? Let's just you know, make 500, make 700, get out of there. No, that's not what the plan was, allegedly, apparently. So I got involved for a long time. I get to the table, I'm the only person at the table. I buy in for 500 on a $50 table, and the plan is to spread 50 to 500. It's a double deck table. Maybe go 50 to 1,000. I'm not too worried because I got like a day left. You know, whatever happens, happens. So I'm going to go for it. I've never really had any heat at this place. The only heat I've ever had is how much money are you in? That type of heat. So I start playing, and I immediately start to lose. I'm down 500, I rebuy 500 more, I rebuy 500 more, rebuy 500 more. Now I'm in for 2,000. At this point, the whole world comes and goes around me. You ever seen like those time-lapse videos where the guy's sitting in one place and everyone's walking all around him real fast? That was basically me. I was at this table, and the world came to the table, and the world left the table, and I was still at this table. Guy came to the table, same guy as yesterday, that has like that diabetes thing on his hand, and he was playing the same way he was yesterday. Definitely was not counting cards, and he played probably 20 or 30 minutes until another guy came to the table. There was 3 of us. He got frustrated and he left. By the way, I just want to mention the weather right now. I'm doing 34 right now. This is a highway, so I'm actually considering maybe not using the highway. I don't know what to do here. It's not clean. They were expecting this to come in, and they don't really get a lot of snow in this area. But anyway, I'm just going to take my time. If I do 30, I do 30. That's fine. Anyway, so another guy comes to the table. That guy leaves. The guy that comes to the table is awful. Awful. Just like a terrible, terrible player. And unluckily for me, 100% of the wrong moves that he made cost me money. Like 100%. Not like 40 or 50 or, hey, good job, you did the wrong thing, we lucked out, we won a hand, you saved us by doing the wrong thing. No, we didn't have any of that happen. Everything that he did cost us money, and a lot of money. He probably cost me $1,800 at least. All right, so I'm not very happy about that. Meanwhile, I'm actually holding my own. I'm not really going down that much. I mean, I'm losing some money, but not like terribly. So in the middle of a shoe, the guy stands up. There's like one hand left, actually. The guy stands up, and he moves from third base to first base. And he sits down. The dealer deals the next card, which was a 4. And he's upset. He's like, well, I'm moving over here. Aren't you going to give me a card? She's like, well, I didn't know that you were moving over there. And he demands to talk to the pit boss. The pit boss comes over. Why do I have a cop behind me with his lights on? Hopefully it's just some kind of emergency service he's doing. So I'm about to get on the main highway here, and I see cars off the road. Yeah, this is pretty bad, man. So they call the pit boss over. The pit boss says, well, what do you want me to do? She's already dealt the card. I can't do anything about it. Let's just play it through. This guy is stopped on the ramp. I don't know if I can get around him. And now the cop is coming up behind me. Here he comes. Okay, he goes the other way. Alright, so the guy on the ramp is actually moving. I didn't realize he was moving, but he's moving at like 4 miles an hour. And I see multiple cars off the road. This is not good, man. This is not good. And it's supposed to get worse over the next couple hours. So, anyway, I end up getting the hand, and I end up losing the hand. The guy is mad. The pit boss is like, what do you want me to do? No, I pushed the hand, I think. So everything ended up okay, and we moved on. So he sits down at the other seat, and I'm like, now I'm losing pretty much every hand. So I don't have anything good going anymore. Everything is failing. This guy is completely stuck. Yeah, you're not getting out. That's awful. I don't see the road. I mean, I see some tracks in front of me. I see people in front of me pulled over, and I see people in front of me with their hazards on. I'm turning my hazards on right now. This is ridiculous. There was nothing. It was completely clear when I got here. So now I'm losing every hand. By the time that guy finally leaves the table, I'm down about $4,000. He leaves, and within a minute, another guy comes to the table. This guy, I thought was like Puerto Rican, but maybe Mexican. I wasn't really sure. Nice guy, but also making mistakes, and we're losing, and he's frustrated, and he leaves the table after he loses his money, and then he comes back, he buys in again, loses his money again, and then he leaves again, and then he ends up on this other table, which wasn't even open before, but is now open, and there's like, oh man, that's not good. Somebody's over here. And he ends up over there with a bunch of young kids, which happened to be the same young kids that I said came to the table the other day, and I didn't want to be around them. So just to give you an idea here, I for safety reasons, I don't know exactly what to do here, because these people don't get snow, so they don't really know how to deal with it. So I don't know how fast I should be going, or there is no road. So anyway, all right, so this guy ends up at the other table. I'm by myself, and now things are going horrendously. Now I'm getting big counts, I'm losing, big counts, losing and losing and losing, and now I changed my spread to 50 to 1,000. Pit boss is watching. He doesn't seem very concerned about it. He understands that it looks very much like I'm just trying to get my money back, which I pretty much am. And he doesn't seem to have a problem, so I'm cool. I get involved now for 6,000. I get involved for 7,000. I get involved for 8,000. So now I'm in at the table for $8,000, and I'm down to my last $400. And I said to myself, I cannot go to 10K here, because this would not be good. I mean, this place, I cannot go to 10. I can't even go to 9. I have to say this 8 is going to be my cap, whatever happens, happens, and let it go. And my windshield is freezing at this point, so this is not good. Now I'm playing. I build it up to like 4,000, and then back down to like 1,500, and back up and back down. And at one point I get within like 1,100 of breaking even. And I'm excited. I'm getting close. It's gonna happen. I feel it. And then a second pit boss shows up, and he's talking to the first pit boss, and he's showing him stuff on the screen. And I'm gonna have to probably pull over and take like different roads because there's so many cars around me. So now there's 2 pit bosses, and then there's 3 pit bosses, and they're talking about buy-ins, and then I hear them talk about description, and I'm like, this is not good. But I keep on playing. At this point, I plummet down to 1,700 in chips, and those guys are back there talking, and I'm like, I'm not leaving, because how am I going to leave? I'm going to go cash out, and they're going to ask me for ID, or I'm just going to leave, and I'm never going to get this money back. What am I going to do? So I decided I'm going to stick around and just wait for the back off to come. I have some bigger counts come again, and things start to improve, and I build it up. I'm building it up to like, I think this car has snow mode. Yeah, snow mode. I build it up to like 3,000, then 4,000, then 5,000, and it's coming fast now. 6,000. I build it up to 7,000, and they're still back there talking. And one of them comes to me and asks me if I have a player's card, and he seems like he's the manager, and I said no, and he's like, okay, that's all right, that's fine, don't worry about it, it's okay. And then I hear him call upstairs and talk about my bet amounts. I know it's me that he's talking about, because the other kids are not playing big money, they're playing 50, 100, somewhere in there. I get up to 7,600. Now I'm down $400. You guys aren't going to believe this story. I'm down 400, and then I start to slide again. I'm down 6, I'm down 8, I'm down 9. Shoe ends, I'm down 900. I decide I'm going to stand up. So now I've got 7,100. I bought in for 8,000, and I decide I'm going to walk around. Look at some slots, don't cash any chips, go to the bathroom, double check my chip amount and all that stuff. I got all small denominations, hundreds and 500s. I refused the bigger chips. And then I decide, you know what, how am I going to cash all this out? I got to leave in a day or so. So I'm going to have to start cashing. So I go to the cashier about 20 to 30 minutes later. No one's approached me. No one said a word to me. And I go to the cashier with 2,100 in chips. So I go up there. They're very nice. They don't give me any issues. They don't ask me for ID. So obviously nobody called them and told them to ask for anything. So I get to 2,100. Now I have 5,000 in chips in my pocket, but I was smart enough to keep about 1,500 in black. So I got that. So I decide, I know I've done this before at other places, and it seemed to work. Maybe one time it didn't work well. I'm going to go to the poker room. I go to the poker room, and I buy in to a 1-2 table for $200, and I give him 7 black chips. And so I said, just give me 5 cash and 200 in red. And he does that, no problem, and everything is good. I go to the table, I sit down, and I said, I'm basically going to play pretty much nothing, unless it's like a most ridiculous hand that I have to play. I'm not going to play. So within 2 hands, I get king, queen. I'm in the big blind, and I end up in, and the flop is king, 4, queen, and somebody makes it like 10 or something like that, and then some calls, and then, uh-oh, I don't know if my phone is still working. Anyway, a couple people call, so I make it 45. Now there's 2 diamonds on the board, and I'm unsuited. So the turn doesn't help anybody. It's like 5, something like 5 or so. No, I don't know. It didn't connect. I think it was King 2, Queen, and there was a 5, I think. So there were still 2 diamonds on the board, and so the one guy makes it 30, and so I just go all in. You know, I'm only in for 200, and I don't get a caller, actually, and I end up ahead like $150 after that hand. We go around one full lap. I haven't played a hand, comes back around, and this time I have King Queen, but this time it's suited. So King Queen unsuited, and then King Queen suited. And I'm trying to remember how this one went down. I don't remember how it went down, but I had a good hand. Oh, it was like Queen High board, and I raised, and I got a call, and a raise, and a call, and then the river put a flush on the board, so I checked, and the other guy checked, and I ended up winning that hand. So a few minutes later, a couple people got up off the table, and now we were down to 5-handed, and they reduced the rake on the table because there's less people, and that means you're getting the blind more often, so they reduced the amount of money that they're taking. So I ended up saying, well, probably a good time for me to get up anyway, and I end up leaving ahead $321 on the poker, on the 1-2 no limit, in like 20-30 minutes. I mean, it was like one lap, whatever that would be, 20 minutes. So I go back to the same cashier where I got my chips, and he's like, oh, I don't have a cash drawer anymore, you got to go to the main cashier. Okay, now I have like $400 and something in red, and I had put some of the black chips in my pocket in the rack as well, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't going to be fun. So I go back to the main cashier, and the person that cashed me out just closed their window, and I end up at the window next to them. They don't notice me, and they cash me out $921. And so I still have $3,900 in chips in my pocket. That's the way I calculated it anyway. Should be 39 in chips left in my pocket. So I left the casino, went to the outer bathroom away from everything, and double checked my chips. It seems like I have 3,900, and I go out the door. Well, as soon as I look out the door, it is a blinding snowstorm outside, and this is very, very, very bad because these roads are very steep, and there's not one snowplow. There's no salt on this road that I can see. If there was, it's long gone. And so I don't know what's going to happen here. I think I'm still pretty far away from the hotel. I haven't put it in the map, but I know generally which direction to go. So I'm going to do that. But yeah, ended up a very crazy stop. I was there for about 4.5 hours. I played blackjack for about almost 3.5 hours of that. So how we ended up was slots plus 20, blackjack minus 900, and that was spreading from 50 to 1,000. And then poker 1-2 no limit plus 321. So what's that take me? 9, 8, 7, 6, like minus 560. I mean, give me a break. That's awesome. Minus 560 is good, and I am going to continue on here toward the hotel. Let me get this thing on here. I have got my hazard lights on, traffic is moving much slower now. I'm doing 20 on the highway. Let's do our segments here real quick. I don't know if I'll even go into the other casino because I don't know if there's going to be a traffic accident or what's going to happen here. So let's do our segments real quick. What did you eat today, MW? We actually ended up going to a Japanese buffet because I wanted to. And it was okay, not the greatest. I'd probably give it an 8 on a scale of 2 through ace. But the highlight was one of my kids' cousins came with us, and you know, she's really nice. She's close to our kids. And my son, he starts getting a stomach ache. He's like, where's the bathroom? I tell him, he runs to the bathroom. And then about 5 minutes later, I see him from across the room. He's waving at me, and I'm like, what's up, man? And he's like, come here. And I went over there, and he had thrown up. I've never seen so much before. And I felt so bad for him. And it was all over the floor. I mean, there's no way that could have all come out of him. But I felt so bad for him. I said, are you all right? He said, yeah. I said, just get washed up and leave. I'll talk to them and let them know what happened. So I go to the manager lady and let her know. Everybody finishes up their food and leaves. I pay the bill and get out of there before she saw it. And I feel really bad, but you know, I feel bad for the kid. Right after that, he felt a lot better. The car in front of me is going sideways. Why are you using your brakes? Now the people behind me are getting too close to me because of this guy. This is not good. This is really not good. This guy needs to move out of the way. Okay, he's moving way out of the way. He's sliding off the road. Okay. Now I have 2 cars behind me. Now I'm sliding sideways. This is awesome, man. I don't know what to do here. Okay, just gonna have to just hang in here. Okay, so that's what we ate. And what did you tip today, MW? Well, I had all that poker. I mean, all that blackjack that I played for over 3 hours, and so I tipped them $0, and I had 2 winning poker hands, and I tipped $1 a piece on those, so $2 in tips. And what did you learn today, MW? Wow, I'm getting a little scared here. I learned I should probably listen to the weather when they say there's a blizzard coming in an area that gets no snow normally. Everybody didn't believe that it's possible, but here we are. And let these people go ahead of me, please go. And so, yeah, I think I'm going to let you go right now, and I may be back. All right, guys, I am back. I am at a traffic light. I made it. I am near the casino that we're staying at, but the light is not changing. I've been here for a little while. Just trying to be patient here, wait for it, just not cause any trouble. Okay, it's about to change now. It took me down a street that was closed, and I just turned around, and I see people just flying down the road here to get on the highway that I just came from. And they're going to be in for a rude awakening when they see how bad it is over there. Now, I need to figure out how to get over there. I don't know. Oh, maybe this street here. I think this is the one. It says one way. Maybe here. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and park. I'm going to go into the casino and take one quick lap, since I can walk indoors from the casino to the hotel. And we'll take a quick lap, see what we can find, hopefully pick up a few bucks, and then we're going to go lay down. It is 5 a.m. right now, so we're going to go lay down for probably 3 hours or so. Everyone will probably get up late. When they ask me how the roads are, I'm going to tell them they're awful and that we're not leaving for a while. We're going to give them a chance to clean the roads. And tomorrow is Saturday anyway, so there should be less people on the roads, and they should be able to clean them faster. Now, the unusual thing is, I didn't see a single snowplow. I don't see any salt on the roads at all. Earlier, I had seen someone pushing like one of those things, the salt spreaders in the parking lots and stuff. Oh, what is going on here? Hold on a second. They weren't opening the gate. I mean, yesterday the lady was asleep in the gate, and this time the guy was just staring at me, but he opened it. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and park, and let's go in, check out the spots, and I'll come back and update you, and then we can wrap things up. All right, guys, I am back. I'm going to have to listen back and see what I made at the first stop before I walked to my car. I think I made something. I don't remember, but I didn't put the notes down. I know it was minimal. But I just went back in there, looked around. Didn't really see anything. Ended ahead $7. So still ended up losing about $500 for the day. That's how it's going to be. Yesterday we broke even. Day before we were doing pretty well. I think we're up 26 or 2,700. So still not bad considering that we're on vacation. So we're going to head back to the room, get some sleep, and then we'll be up tomorrow. Probably come down here with the family tomorrow, check everything out early in the morning, probably get some food here, and make sure the roads are clear before we head out. So, yeah, that's going to be it for now. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.